Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Hadi Atiyab and we are continuing our discussion on the baby's sleep. Remember in an earlier video we talked about the challenge the baby faces of maintaining an equilibrium between their sleep states and excitable states. And as parents, what we have to do is to help this transition from one phase to another. And how we can do that is by controlling the environment around the baby. So when your child is when you want to move the child from sleepy state to an excitable state, what you do is change in bring subtle and sudden changes in their environment around the baby. So what you'd probably do is you turn on the light, and so the light intensity around the child changes, and then you'll talk to the child. So that will also change the sound intensity around the child, and also there would be a direct interaction between child and parent, and that also helps in the child to wake up easily. What else you do is you'd take the blanket off the baby, or you'll unwrap the baby if you have wrapped the baby. That will allow the baby to move their limbs more freely, and that will also help the baby to wake up more easily. And these maneuvers also help when you're trying to distract the child. For example, when the baby is crying and you want to distract the child, you'd start playing a game of peekaboo, or you'll clap your hands, suddenly make a noise, and your baby will get excited by it. And uh, so your baby will get excited by it. But when you want your baby to go to sleep, you have to do almost the opposite of this. You have to create a constant familiar environment for the child to go to sleep. And how we can achieve that is by first of all bringing the child to their familiar sleeping place in their room, on their crib. And switching you don't have to necessarily switch off all lights. Maintain a fixed constant light source. A dim light would do. And also you have to control the noise level. You don't have to create a pin drop silence, but you have to create a constant what we can call a white noise. That could include the sound of fan, or you could be singing you could be humming to your child, or you could be softly singing a lullaby to your child, and you're rocking your child. So what is happening is that the child is not completely stationary or in a complete silence, but there is a constant rhythm and a constant familiar rhythm. When you do it in a routine, that makes a constant familiar rhythm, and that helps your child to go to sleep easily. One more thing that you have to do is make sure that the people are not coming in and out of the room, and you're not talking to the child. You are singing to the child, but you don't have like a direct eye contact with your child. Your child doesn't think that you guys are interacting, you're talking, you're having a conversation. That helps the child to go to sleep. Another thing that you should do is you should wrap, when the baby is going to sleep, you should wrap the baby or swaddle the baby as they used to do. And what you do, what the basic goal is that both their arms and legs are close to the body and wrapped tightly, sort of tightly, so that they are not allowed to move their limbs freely. And that helps not only in making the child go to sleep easily and quickly, but it also keeps the child safe during their sleep. And what I mean by this is that the American Academy of Pediatrics has found out that they did a research, and they found out that certain sleep practices are safe, and certain sleep practices were found to cause more accidents and suffocations in the child during their sleeps. That includes if the child is sleeping on the same bed with sharing a bed with their parents, as well as especially with the siblings. That increases the risk of the child suffocating as somebody turns on top of the child during their sleep. Other than that, keeping unnecessary pillows or stuffed toys, soft pillows, soft bedding, stuffed toys near the child's crib, that is also not a very safe activity. So what you should do is make the child sleep with you in the same room as you're sleeping, but on a different crib, and minimize the number of pillows near your child. Ideally, there shouldn't be many stuffed toys near the child, and the child should not be sleeping with sharing the bed with the siblings. So that concludes our topic on the sleep and safe sleep practices, and how to make your baby go to sleep easily. Thank you.